Hold up, hold that thought. I am back, okay? I am back for the new year, okay? Could you tell? What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl Antoinette, and welcome back to my channel. For those that are new, and for the OGs, y'all already know what time it is. Now, in today's video, as you guys can see by the title, I will be doing a step-by-step, my step-by-step makeup routine, everyday makeup routine. I hope you guys do enjoy doing this look as well. For those, this is actually also for those that are doesn't know that much about makeup but still could use something from this video. I hope that it really help you guys. Before I continue, I wanted to just say what I was drinking in my video today. Grab your glass of wine, okay? Grab your glass of wine. In my video today, I was drinking a Rosé from Gato Negro, and this wine is from Chilé. It has 12.5% of alcohol in there. For those that it is a dry rosé, guys. So for those of you who like a dry wine, go ahead and get you that one. I think that's it for me for now. Enjoy my video. Have a rosé-ful day. Toodles. Yes, today I am super bare-faced. Eyebrows are not on fleek because today I'm going to be doing a step-by-step everyday makeup routine. So I wanted to catch that on camera. This is actually my makeup routine when I go to work, or if I don't feel like doing that much on my face, because you know your girl extra. But before we get started, y'all already know what time it is. Today we're drinking a rosé, and it's super cold out and it's rainy and the weather sucks, so wine is actually the go-to right now. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing I always do, guys, I have the cold, but that's okay. We still gotta go and work. So the first thing I always do is I moisturize my face, and I use this moisturizer. Like, it's finishing now, but we like to use everything first before we go on to the new one. So this moisturizer is actually for all skin types. I do have in between skin, so part oily, part dry. So this actually helps me, helps my skin keep moisturized. So I just do that and then I rub it in. Okay, there we have it. And now I'm gonna go right into my primer. I always use a primer serum. So I use my Catrice. All the products are definitely gonna be in the description box below, so y'all can look at the names as well. So I always put a drop because this primer is because it's a serum, it's very sticky. But I love that about the stickiness. Y'all hearing that? So we're just gonna put a little bit of primer and let it dry, and it does give that grip when I put on my makeup, so that's actually a good thing. There we go. We are good to go. So now we go right into my eyebrows. I keep saying that I'm gonna do an eyebrow tutorial, but it never happens. But today I'm literally gonna be doing my eyebrows on camera. So usually I brush my hairs into place because I don't really need to do much because my eyebrows are always on fleek, but we still have to give it a guideline in order for me to put my product. So let's do that. And now we're gonna take my NYX eye pencil in the color brown, and we're gonna fill those bad boys in. How I fill my bad boys in, I always start at the end and then I go up to the front. So I usually just follow the hairs on my eyebrow. So it's can be a little bit dark. I love my eyebrows to be dark. I've been seeing a lot of people like the natural look. I don't. I like when my eyebrows are full. So we're just gonna also shape it out. There we go. And then just slight strokes in the front. And now we're gonna do the other eye. There we go. And one thing with my eyebrows, one always be bigger than the next, but that's the great thing about concealer. I missed a spot right there in the middle. Yes. So while you're watching me do this and while you're doing it as well, have a glass of wine, guys. I love that brand. I think I'm gonna put that down on my list. Anyway, so moving on, I do use two concealers when I shape out my eyebrows, and my concealer that I use for my bottom for my eyelid is actually my LA Girl Beautifully Bronze. Yes, it's almost finished, but we got some more. And then I always take my foundation. I usually use my winter foundation. I mean, it is winter now, but so it could be the same color as my skin. So I use my Kiko Milano in the color, we'll figure out what the color is real soon. And this do have SPF in it as well, so that's actually cool, because y'all know we need, our melanated skin needs some SPF. But now I'm gonna go in with my concealer brush. So my concealer brush looks like this, and I bought my concealer brushes on Boozy Shop in the Netherlands. There's this store called Boozy Shop, and there's actually, don't mind my nail, there's actually the name of the brush on there as well. So we're gonna start off first with my Beautifully Bronze, and then we're gonna shape out our eyebrows. Normally, because the LA Girl has a brush already on it, I normally use that to shape out the under part of my eyebrows, and then I use my concealer brush to shape out the top. So let's get it to it. And for me, it's just the part of following my eyebrow and how thin or thick I want it to be. So we just glide in the brush. There we go. Yes, that's exactly how I want it to be, and I just bring it down because this is also going on my eyelid. So I tend not to waste product, so I always bring this down all the way, even on my eyelids, because I am going to buff it out, blend it out, and we are going to put a color on there, but just a natural color. So we just do this, and this is actually all the product you need, guys. You don't need that much product. I mean, I just put a little bit of product and I just brought it down to my eyelids, and that's all we actually need to do. But before I blend that out, I'm gonna do my top brow, and I am gonna use my, I always have to, you gotta shake up your makeup, guys, because you know it's always sitting there. But in order for me to, I always use a little bit of my foundation on my handy dandy tools. So we're gonna just put a little bit. All we need is this much, and then we will, if we need more, then we would gradually add on, because y'all know, like, even though we love makeup, we don't need to waste any products. Before I do that, let's drink with me. Okay, so now I'm gonna shape out the top brow. there we have it, guys. And eyebrows are pretty much mapped out. I love them thick like this. We don't do no thin eyebrows, so no. But now I'm gonna take my is this the Real Technique? Yes, this is my Real Technique crease brush, and I always go and tap it out, well, blend out the product in order for everything to be even. So we're gonna do that. So we're just blending out the product. And I always blend out my product first before I put on my setting powder to smooth everything out, because if you put it on and blend it out, it's gonna look cakey, so don't do that. Please don't. And then we're just gonna blend out the top. As you guys can see, the colors are literally my complexion, so it makes it very easy to work with the product, and I don't have to like do much. I couldn't find a word, what? But that's okay. So it easily blends into my skin. Just gonna just a tad bit there. Yes, so now I'm gonna go right back in with my spoolie brush. And I'm just gonna even it out a little bit so it can look a little bit natural. Just brush it out a bit. And there we have it, eyebrows on fleek. Now we're gonna go right into my we're gonna set the concealer. So I'm gonna go in with my NYX finishing powder, and we're just gonna tap just a tad bit on there with the same brush that I used to blend out the product, and we're just gonna smooth everything out. So everything is like aligned. I don't know if you can see the difference. So this one is smoothed out, this one is also smoothed out without product, with product. So we're just gonna smooth this out. There we go. We're just gonna also put a bit on the top because we are smoothing all the concealers out, just for it to be perfect when the foundation comes on. There we have it. Everything is smoothed out. So now we're gonna go in. Hold that thought. I am back, okay? I am back for the new year, okay? Could you tell? Now that that's done, we're gonna go right into my base, or actually you can use it as a base or you can just use it as a color, pretty much, because it is eyeshadow. So I'm going in with my Juvia Zulu palette. Y'all know I love me Juvia. So we're gonna use my brown in there just to blend out where my concealers is, and just gonna use one brush pretty much, because I'm gonna blend as I go, because it's not supposed to be perfect. It's just a everyday look, and we don't put too much product on there because with my job I have to be as natural as possible. So I just blend as I go, and it's just to give my eyelid a little bit of color, pretty much. So we just blend as we go. I always bring it down as well because I am going to do a contour. So we just prep our face for that. Or we prep our eye for that, in other words. And this is also for people that do not have much makeup products or brushes in your drawer or wherever you store your makeup. So I only use my eyeshadow brush. It's just a flat brush actually, and I blend as I go. But when I'm blending, I always do circular motions so everything could be evenly blended as well. And I always blend at the top or under my brow bone because we don't want to sharp lines. And like you can see, that's evenly blend. And one more thing before I continue, I always use a little bit of shimmer because I love me some shimmer, but not too much because y'all know Juvia's products are very pigmented. But we're gonna just put a little bit under my brow bone just to give it a little bit of shimmer. It doesn't have to be that much. There we go. No shimmer, shimmer. Okay, now I'm finished with my blending and my little shimmer. So now I'm gonna go right in with my Essence eyeliner in the color Deep Black, and we're just gonna make a wing because I love me some wings. And if we cannot be extravagant where the natural look is concerned, why not do a wing? This is optional. You do not have to do a wing. You can also just darken your eyelid a little bit with some eyeliner. So like this, or you make a wing. I like my wing to be very thick because I'm extra. So now it's time for the fun stuff. So my eyes are already finished. Normally I put on my mascara when my face is pretty much setting, so we're just gonna leave that for now like this, and now we're gonna go right into the foundation. So for my foundation, I will be using, I love this foundation. It's quite pricey, guys, but it's still one of my favorite foundations because it's actually my skin tone and I love that. So it's my Charlotte's Beauty Skin Foundation in the color Cool Freud, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is in the color Cool Freud. And then we're just gonna go in with my foundation brush from Juvia. It's a flat top. I love me a flat top foundation brush. So we're just gonna put a tad bit on our face, like this, and I think that's pretty much it. That's all the foundation that I need for now. And then we're just gonna tap it in. So as you can see, literally my complexion, which is a great thing. I mean, there you can use a darker foundation, and then with the concealer it would automatically light up your foundation or your skin tone, but for now this is great. So we're just tapping it in. We're trying not to swipe. Ooh, sis, no messing up the eyebrows. Okay, we got it. I'm not putting directly under my eye because that is for the concealer, but we're just gonna make sure that everywhere has products. And we're just gonna tap this in. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the same concealer. So my Negro concealer, y'all know this is my bad boy in the color Beautifully Bronze, and I'm not gonna use that much product. You're gonna see how much product I actually use because makeup does go a long way. So we're just gonna take some product, and it's actually my everyday look. I'm not gonna do extra stuff, even though the concealing is extra, but still we're trying to go as natural as possible. So we're gonna take a little bit. I always use this much, And then we're just gonna put some here under my eye, the bridge of my nose, right here on my chin. And then we're gonna use some of this products and don't bring it up, because then it's actually heightening my look a little bit. It's bringing up, the reason why we also do concealer, it's gonna bring up your face pretty much. So we're just gonna do that, and that's it. It is optional to put concealer under your cheekbone by your contours, where you contour, but I always do that with a setting powder. Sometimes when I want to be extra, I put concealer there, but for now we're not doing that. So I'm gonna spray my face so I forgot a spot real quick. Yes, we don't need that much product. So I'm gonna take my Maybelline lasting spray and I'm just gonna spray my face a bit. Let it sit in there. I do not know where my fan is, but we're just gonna fan it with our hands. Okay. Fan it out with our hands. Okay. And now it's time for blending, pretty much. So we're going as natural as possible. So we don't need that much product. And there we have it. It's pretty much blended in to my skin. Just gotta fix this here. And when you're blending, do not swipe, just tap. We're just tapping the blending. You can use a beauty blender or you can use a brush like myself. I love brushes because the beauty blenders be doing too much for me. But you can always use a beauty blender if that's your preference. I'm just gonna bring it a little bit to my nose because we are gonna contour, but we're not gonna do too much with the contour. As you can see, the concealer already pretty much contouring my face for me. So okay, so we're all blended out. My face does look shiny, but that's gonna change in a minute. As you can see, here is has a little bit shine. But now we're gonna go right into my setting powder. So my setting powder is actually from Star Cosmetics. I'm starting to love this setting powder. It is approved, okay, Jeffrey? And it's in the color Suede, or I guess Suede, and it has an awesome scent. I love the scent. So I mean, this is how it looks, and it is my complexion pretty much. I'm trying not to use too much of my NYX finishing powder. Sometimes I do use it, but I love the finish look that my Jeffree Star setting powder gives. So I found these cute little things on AliExpress. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen a few beauty moguls use it, and I wanted to try it out. So we're gonna just use it instead of a beauty blender. So we just take a little bit, and now we're gonna set our face. And when we're setting our face, guys, we're just gonna tap it into our face. we do not swipe. We just want the product to stay on our face. So we just tap as we go. Oh, it smells so good. And I also try to blend it in to my skin by tapping. So we're just tapping. And we're gonna set everywhere that has concealer. Well, that's a little too much, but we're just gonna tap it in. This is also optional, guys. I usually put a little bit under my cheekbone. So we're just gonna tap that in there. Did you see that difference? My face was snatched. We snatching is sold. What is going on with my eye? But we're just gonna tap it in there because we don't want it to. We're gonna also. There we go. It looks like a lot of product, guys, but it really isn't. So while your face is setting, grab you a glass of wine, sis. Grab you a glass of wine. Yes, there we have it. So while my face is also set, I'm going to use my mascara, my L'Oreal mascara. It's actually a 2-in-1, one for length, the other for volume. So we're just going to do that. We're not putting on any lashes today because not every day we deserve to put on some lashes. It's okay. It's not that deep. And it's not even that. For the people that cannot put on lashes, you know, mascara can also do the trick. You don't need to put lashes in order to be, you know, cute. Lashes is, I love lashes, but it's not my everyday makeup lash look, or it's not part of my step. Mascara is fine as well. See? It's fine as well. So we're going to do the other eye. So now I'm going to go right in with my nose contour. I'm doing a powder blush because I do not want to use any concealer because I want it to look as natural as possible. And you don't have to use concealer. So I'm going to use my angle brush from Boozy Shop. And it's it's the number UP11. This is how it looks. And it's actually literally for my nose. So I'm going to take my MAC powder blush in the color Film Noir, and we're just going to contour our nose. And as you can see already, my concealer already shaped out my contour. So I'm just going to define it more with the powder blush. And we're going to blend it into the makeup because we don't want no chalk lines. As you can see, it's blended in. So now I'm gonna take my, before we do that, are you drinking wine? Are you drinking wine? Now I'm gonna go in with my finishing powder in the color Mahogany from NYX, and I'm going in with my powdered brush, powdered brush, and we're just gonna tap in that product and blend it out. So we're gonna start here. We're just gonna tap it in. We're just tapping it in, and it's also gonna blend out one time. As you can see the difference. it's smoothly blended. I'm not going to take off too much product, but we're going to just blend it out. My face looks a little bit plain, as you guys can see. So now we're gonna put some color back in my face, and I'm gonna go back in with my my MAC powder blush in the color Film Noir. And I'm gonna take my contour brush, if I can find it. Where's my brush? Oh, there we go. I be having so much things all over. It's like crazy. So we're gonna take a little bit. This is how my brush looks. We're just gonna take a little bit, and don't forget to suck in your face, okay? When you suck in your face, you can literally see where your contour would go. Just make a fish lip. So it would go right here. And all I'm doing is tapping in the product. So tap, tap, tap. What I also do to bring a little bit color back in my face is I tap it underneath my chin. So we just tap a little bit underneath there, because then it's like, if you can see the difference, snatched. So we're just gonna do that. And I'm also gonna give, why am I stuttering? I'm also gonna give my chin a little bit definition, so we could look like human. There we go. Now it's time for the blush. Y'all already know we're gonna go in with my bad boy Juvia, and we're just gonna use the pink and the orange. I think I'm gonna also use orange today. So we're just gonna tap a little bit in there. I'm gonna take my taper contour brush from Juvia, and I'm just gonna, don't forget to smile, guys. And this is also part of putting back color in my face. There we have it. We're just gonna put a little bit of orange. I love brush, could you tell? For highlight, we're just gonna use the same palette because we're in it anyway. So we're gonna use the pink shimmer on there because I also used it for under my brow bone. And I'm just gonna take my same brush that I used to put that color on there. So we're just gonna take a little bit. Then we're gonna put on the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my cheeks, and on my lip. So we're just gonna, just a tad bit to give it that shine, because we don't want to put too much product on our faces. You're only supposed to see that shine, okay? Okay. Not a whole heap. And we want it to look as natural as possible. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my lips, and there we have it. So now we're gonna go right into the lips. But how your girl looking so far? Let me know in the comment section below if this has been thus far has been an educational video. And let me know what wine you decided to drink during this video or during this video. Now time for the lips. So now we're gonna go right in with my NYX pencil again in the color dark brown, and we're gonna align my lips because I'm gonna do a nude lip and I'm gonna do a nude matte lip, because I don't wanna, sometimes I feel like wearing lip gloss, sometimes I don't, but today I feel like wearing my matte look, so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna outline my lips, and then we're gonna put on my Revolution Nude Lippy. So it looks like this. And this is the color. So let's do that. Last but not least, we're going to go right back in with our Maybelline Fixin' Spray. And we're going to just spray this bad boy out, okay? There we have it. And if you reached this far and if you thought that this was educational, thank you for watching. Have a rosé-ful day, and I'll see you in my next video.